Every child wants their parents to be supportive of their hobbies, and I am actually no exception. I've always wanted my mom to get into anime and video games. Now I am dealing with the consequences of what I asked for. When I was young, my mom and I didn't always see eye to eye. She wanted me to get into dolls and dress up and makeup and fashion. I gravitated towards like Pokemon and dinosaurs instead, and I refused to let her put me in dresses or skirts. Now that I'm all grown up, things have changed. My mom's gotten into things that I like to help bridge the gap. She's enjoyed Higurashi despite not even liking horror. Streaming was actually another point of contention. As far as she was concerned, there was no money to be made. Instead, she insisted that I get my college education. So I basically said, why not both? She'd always ask about my Twitch channel, and occasionally I'd tell her when I would hit certain milestones. Like I told her when I got my first donation, or the first time I streamed to an audience of more than 10 viewers, and when I passed like 100 followers. And she would always go, "Aw, that's cute, sweetie," and just leave it at that. Then one day she asked me to link my Twitch channel to her. I was really excited, so I sent it to her right away. And she called me immediately, and I thought that she was gonna compliment me or, congratulate me. And instead she just goes, "You talk for that long?" I said, yeah, I usually stream between 3 to 4 hours. On special days, I have 8, sometimes even 12-hour streams. She couldn't believe anyone would watch me for that long. She said she certainly wouldn't listen to me yap for 4 hours. My jaw was literally on the floor. Thanks, Mom. What a nice thing to say to your child. The next time she asked about Twitch was around the time of my VTuber debut, and I was gonna be singing Exist for Love on stream. She wanted to hear it before any of my viewers would, but I totally made her wait until afterwards. As I sang, she sat and watched me in absolute, complete silence. I was so nervous. My mom can actually sing. Plus, the song is by Aurora, who has amazing vocals, by the way, and I am nowhere near as confident as either one of them is in my singing abilities. It felt like a sign that our relationship was actually about to take a turn for the absolute worst. I needed her to say something, or have someone call to distract her, or for a plane to crash, or I don't know, something, anything, like absolutely anything could happen. But when I finished, my mom just said, "You have a really beautiful singing voice." I'm not gonna lie, that meant the absolute world to me. It was the first time that she'd complimented my singing, and it wasn't the first time that she'd heard me sing. If you've seen another video of mine, you'll know that she stumbled upon little me singing her heart out in her bedroom. But at the time, all she did then was ask, what did I have to be so sad about? And I thought that just meant that my singing was just an annoyance to her. We also had a really funny interaction around the time of my first song that I debuted. I had been venting to her as I was working on it, and when it was finished, she asked if she could hear it, and I was like, no, absolutely not. So she asked why not, and I said, I'm talking about making people do not safe for work stuff. And I don't want my mom to hear that, She shrugged that off completely and said that there was worse stuff on the internet and the radio. Yeah, okay, there is, but I'm your daughter, and why would I want you to listen to me talking about that kind of stuff? Sorry, I'm Catholic, and while my mom knows that I've never really done any of those things, I still wasn't completely comfortable letting her even hear me claim to have done any of that sort of stuff. Okay, so eventually I gave in and I let her listen, and she was actually really supportive. I don't think that she listens to it on Spotify or anything, but she does seem to like it. She knows all the lyrics. Now, fast forward to Mother's Day of last year, and I decided to make my mom into a little character in my world. I was pretty particular about how she would look. I even made sure that we were the same species, had the same hair and eye color, and everything. Thanks to the help of my VTuber mama, shout out to Chikudayo, we even included all of my mother's real-life moles. When I sent my mom the PNG, she of course called me immediately. I did good, huh? And she was like, how come mine doesn't move like yours? I could feel my eyebrow twitching. I'd given the mouse a cookie, and now obviously she just had to ask me for for some milk. A thank you would have been nice. She asked how much it would cost to make it move so that she could maybe stream with me sometime. And I told her way too much because we would have to get her a whole model and we would have to get that model rigged. She said not to worry about it. She still really appreciated the PNG and now she looks for herself in all of my YouTube videos. It's very wholesome. Also, my chat made fun of my YouTube age demographics when I pointed out one elderly woman has been watching my content. Well, now you know who it is. It's my mom. Hi mom, happy Mother's Day. I know we weren't always close, but I'm really happy that we've taken the time to get close to each other now. I love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Be at peace. See you, Space Cowboy. Miss Jean.